Hello friends, in the last session we have started our discussion related to Docker file copy and the add instructions. So now let us continue the same here in this session. So friends, let us begin this session by understanding that how the source and destination paths are interpreted inside the Docker file copy and the add instructions. So friends, the source path of the files and directories inside the copy and the add instructions are interpreted as relative to the source path of the build context, which means that the source path of the files and directories which is mentioned inside the copy or add instruction is the path relative to the location of the Docker file from which the image is built. And friends, the destination path is either an absolute path or it is a path relative to the value mentioned inside the work directory instruction. So it means if the destination path starts with a slash, then it is an absolute path, else it is a relative path. Now friends, let us see some of the examples related to the copy and the add instructions. So let us go to the Putty and WinSCP clients which are connected to my remote Linux machine. So now friends, we are inside the Putty client, and so here let us open the Docker file which I have already created to demonstrate the copy instruction. So let us first go to the Docker files folder here, which is cd/home/ubuntu and then Docker files. And now friends, let us run the Linux ls command here to see the content of this Docker files folder. So ls. So here we can see that we have the folder with name copy. So now let us go inside this copy folder. So cd and then copy. And here let us run the ls command again to see the content of this copy folder. So ls. So friends, here we can see that we have two items in this copy folder. One is the Docker file which I have created to demonstrate the copy instruction. The other one is the data folder which I have created to keep the contents which needs to be copied to the Docker container. So friends, first let us see the content of this data folder. So cd and then data. And now let us execute the ls command here. And so here we can see that I have created one simple text file with name file1.txt inside this data folder. And now friends, let us see the content of the Docker file. So let me again go back to the copy folder. So cd and then double dot to go to the parent directory. And now here let us open the Docker file using the vi editor. So vi and then the file name which is Docker file in our case. And here we can see friends the content of this Docker file. So starting from the top, the first line is as usual the comment line, and then again as in all other Docker files we have the from and the maintainer instructions, and then we have the run instruction to update the software packages, after which we have the work directory instruction where we have specified the working directory path as /home/ubuntu, which means that the image path which we want to work on in the subsequent Docker file instructions will be /home/ubuntu. And then friends, at last we have the copy instruction where in the source path we have mentioned the path of file1.txt file which is inside the data folder. And friends, the destination path which we have specified here in this copy instruction is the copy destination directory inside the Docker container. And friends, as we have already given /home/ubuntu as a path inside the work directory instruction, so here the final path inside the container where the file1.txt file will get copied will be /home/ubuntu and then copy destination directory. Now friends, as the Docker file is ready, so let us now create the Docker image and run the container from this Docker file. So first let us come out of this vi editor using escape:\wq keys. And here let us now execute the sudo su command to get the super user privileges. And now let us create the Docker image. So docker build -t, and then here let us give the image identification as copy image1, and then finally the dot symbol. And now let us press enter to execute this command. And with this friends, the Docker image got built successfully. And so now let us run the container from this image. So docker run and then -it for running this container in interactive mode, and then --name. So here we have given the container name as copy container 1 and then the image name which is copy image 1 in our case, and then finally we have specified the Linux SH shell. And now let us press enter to execute this command. And here with this now we are inside the Docker container. So let us check whether the file1.txt got copied from the host machine to this Docker container or not. So first let us see the present working directory by executing the pwd command. And here we can see that right now we are inside the /home/ubuntu directory of this Docker container. So now let us see the content of this directory. So ls, and here we can see friends the copy destination folder which we have specified in the destination path of the copy instruction in our Docker file. So now let us go inside this copy destination folder. And then again let us check the content of this folder using ls command. And so here friends we can see that the copy instruction successfully copied the file1.txt from the host machine to this Docker container. And so now friends let us come out of this container by executing the exit command. And here with this friends we have seen the copy instruction demo in which we copied one file from the host machine to the Docker containers file system. Now friends let us see one more demo where we will try to copy the archive file from the host machine to the containers file system using the copy and the add instruction one by one to see the difference in the results of copying the archive file using these two instructions. So friends, for this first let us create our own tar file or archive file. And friends, for creating the tar file we need to install one Linux package called tar. So let us run a simple Ubuntu command to install this software package. So friends, as always, first let us update the software packages with apt-get update command. And now let us install the required tar package. So the command to install the tar package inside the Ubuntu operating system is apt-get install -y and then the package name which is tar in our case. So now let us press enter to execute this command. And friends, with this now the tar package which is used for creating the archive files is successfully installed on our Linux machine. So now let us create one tar file. And friends, for this I have already created one folder with name tar content inside the copy2 directory in this machine. So let me show you the tar content directory first. So cd and then double dot to go to the parent directory. And now let us go to the tar content directory which is again inside the copy2 directory. And so here friends we are now inside the tar content directory. So let us run the Linux ls command here to see this directory's content. And here we can see that we have two text files, one with name a.txt and another with name b.txt. So now friends let us create a tar file for this tar content folder. So let us again move back to the copy2 folder first. And here now let us run the Linux command for creating the tar file. So tar and then the -z cvf options and then the name of the tar file. So we have given the name as tar content with file extension as .tar. And then finally we have specified the folder for which the tar file is needed to be created. So the folder name in our case is tar content. So friends, now let us press enter to execute this command. And friends, with this the tar file got created successfully. So let us verify the same by executing the Linux ls command again. So ls, and here we can see friends our tar file with name tar content which we created just now along with the Docker file and tar content folder inside the copy2 folder. So friends, now first let us copy this tar file using the Docker file copy instruction. So now let us have a quick look inside the Docker file for this. So let us open this Docker file using the vi editor. So vi and then the file name which is Docker file. And here we can see friends that this Docker file is almost same as what we have seen earlier. The only difference here in this Docker file is that now here we are copying the tar file as compared to the text file in case of previous Docker file. So now let us come out of this vi editor. And then here let us build the Docker image and run the container from this Docker file. So let us trigger a command to build the Docker image. So docker build -t, and then here let us give the image identification as copy image 2, and then finally the dot symbol. And now let us press enter to execute this command. And here with this we can see that the Docker image got built successfully. So now let us run the Docker container from this image. So docker run -it, and here we have given the container name as copy container 2, and then the image name, which is copy image 2 this time, and then finally we have specified the Linux SH shell. So now let us press enter to execute this command. And with this the Docker container is started successfully, and here we are inside the Docker container now. So as usual, first let us execute the pwd command. So here we can see that right now we are inside the Ubuntu directory inside the Docker container. And friends, this is the same directory which is mentioned inside the work directory instruction of the Docker file. And so friends, the tar file from the host machine must have got copied to this Ubuntu folder inside the Docker container. So let us run the Linux ls command here to see the content of this Ubuntu folder. So ls, and here we can see friends the file with name tar content. And friends, now we will try to execute the cd command inside this file. Then we will get the error that the tar file is a file and not a folder. So let us try to run the cd command on this tar content file. So cd and then the tar file. And here we can see the error friends that can't cd to tar file. So friends, to see the content of this tar file we can use the Linux cat command. So cat and then the file name, which is tar file in our case. And here we can see now the content of this tar file friends, which is in unreadable format as because this file is an archive file. So friends, now let us exit this container by executing the exit command. And now let us try to copy this tar file from the host machine inside the Docker container using the Dockerfile add instruction. And friends, for this I have already created a directory with name add with exactly the same content as of copy2 directory. The only difference is inside the Docker file where I have replaced the copy instruction with the add instruction. So now let me show you the Docker file with add instruction. So first let us go to the Docker files directory, and then here let us go to the add directory. And now let us see the Docker file present inside this add directory using the vi editor. So vi and then the Docker file. And here we can see friends that now we are using the add instruction to copy the tar file as compared to copy instruction in case of previous Docker file. So now let us come out of this vi editor and let us build the Docker image and run the Docker container from this Docker file. So docker build -t, and then here let us give the image identification as add image 1, and then finally the dot symbol to specify the Docker file location. And now let us press enter to execute this command. And friends, with this the Docker image got built successfully. So now let us run the container from this image. So docker run -it, and then here we have given the container name as add container 1, and then the image name, which is add image 1 in our case. And then finally we have specified the Linux SH shell. And so now let us press enter here to execute this command. And with this command's execution, now we are inside the Docker container. So let us run the Linux ls command to see this directory's content. And with this, here we can see friends the tar content directory. Now friends, let us try to go inside this tar content directory using the cd command. So cd and then tar content. And here we can see friends, as tar content is now a directory. So now we are able to come inside this tar content directory as compared to the error which we got in the previous example. And friends, this is because this time we have used the add instruction which extracts the content of the archive files and then it copies the extracted content to the Docker image. Now friends, let us run the ls command to see the content of this tar content folder. So ls. And here we can see one more folder with same name as tar content, And friends, this is because the extraction done by the tar package. So now let us also go inside this tar content folder. And here let us again execute the ls command. And so here we can see, friends, the content of the extracted tar content folder, which is same as the tar content folder of the host machine. So friends, with this I hope now you would have got good understanding about the Dockerfile copy and the add instructions. Also friends, now you should be able to decide on when to use the Dockerfile copy instruction and when to use the Dockerfile add instruction. So friends, with this let us stop this session here, and now let us build one custom Docker image and run the Docker container using the Java application in the next session. So see you in the next session. Till then, take care, tata, bye bye.